Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Yitro. What do you think was the greatest moment in Jewish history? There are many events to choose from, but there is no doubt that the revelation at Har Sinai must make the top 5 moments of Jewish history. In this week's Torah portion, we are told about the moment when God revealed himself and gave the Jewish people the Torah. Our scholars debate the significance of that moment at Har Sinai. God wrote, "All the people witnessed the thunder and lightning, the blare of the horn, the shofar, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they fell back and stood at a distance. 'You speak to us,' they said to Moshe, 'and we will obey. But please don't have God speak to us anymore, lest we die.' Moshe answered the people, 'Do not be afraid. God has only come to test you, in order that the fear of God may always be with you, so that you do not go astray.'" In his commentary to this pasuk, to this verse, Rashi explained that the word test in the pasuk means to exalt. He wrote that the word test signifies that the event at Har Sinai was done to exalt the Jewish people in the world so that they may obtain a great name among the nations, because God has revealed himself to the Jewish people in all his glory. According to Rashi, the significance of the revelation at Har Sinai was to exalt the Jewish people among the nations of the world. The Ramban took a different approach. God showed the Jewish people the events at Har Sinai in order to accustom the Jewish people to have faith in God. The Jewish people have been shown God's presence so that they'd cleave to God and never separate from their faith. According to the Ramban, the significance of the revelation at Har Sinai was to solidify faith in Hashem, in God. The Rambam wrote a third approach to the revelation at Har Sinai, different than Rashi and the Ramban. He wrote that God showed the Jewish people the events at Har Sinai to show the Jewish people the value of faith in God. One day, God will send the Jewish people a false prophet who will contradict what the Jewish people heard and saw at Har Sinai. The events at Har Sinai will test the Jewish people's faith because they have already seen the truth with their own eyes and now have to stand up to the false prophet trying to lead them astray. That's the Rambam's opinion. The value of God, the value of faith in God, goes past just belief in God. Faith in God leads to yiras shamayim, awe of God. And as Rabbah, the son of Rav Huna, said, a person possessing Torah but lacking yiras shamayim, this awe of God, is analogous to a treasure who is entrusted with the keys to the innermost chamber but not the outer. How can he possibly enter? One needs a foundation of yiras shamayim, of awe of God, in order to be a refined Jew. Yiras shamayim is the factor that refined Jews use as a metric to decide to follow the mitzvos, study the Torah, and treat others as how they would want to be treated. The debate of the significance at Har Sinai instructs the Jewish people about the power of the Jewish people's position in relation to God, faith, and how to stand up to those trying to lead us astray from our faith in God. Most importantly, the Jewish people were instilled with yiras shamayim, awe of God. This yiras shamayim was designed to last the Jewish people for eternity, until today. Shabbat Shalom.